Rick Spielman and the Minnesota Vikings love them some first-round failed pick rehab projects du jour. They really do. Josh Doxson, Andre Smith, Dayton Jones, Jake Long, Michael Floyd. I mean, players who just haven't lived up to the draft position or injured or other reasons, the booch. I mean, there's just something about those high draft pedigrees. And hell, Spielman and the scouting staff may have had really high grades on them in their respective drafts, so it sort of makes sense. I mean, being a failed first-round pick, you are going to get multiple failed chances, second, third, fourth time chances. So the Vikings do have a nice little wide receiver room. Could obviously use a little bit of deep speed. So just adding a little bit more stank. Why not consider future first-round bust in progress, John Ross of the Bengals, who just turned down his fifth-year option and drafted T. Higgins at the top of the second round. So it seems like he's a dead man walking there in the Queen City. Conditional seventh-round pick? Anytime, anyone? Yeah, so some background. Let's talk about John Ross. 24 years old, 5'11", a buck 94, former four-star recruit from Long Beach, California. Long Beach is gorgeous. Housing prices, though, it's like, huh? Yeah. But chose the Washington Huskies over hometown UCLA, USC, as well as Oregon was in the mix. Had a pretty okay first 2 years. I mean, was a special team star, was an amazing kick returner. More on that in a sec. But rotational receiver, Austin Safarian-Jenkins. Those years of Safarian-Jenkins, like Myles Gaskins, those sort of years. Tore his ACL, missed all of 2015, which would have been his true junior season. 2016, redshirt junior, boom, did the damn thing. 81 catches, 1,150 yards, 17 touchdowns, all from a certain quarterback. I forget what his name was. The nature boy, Jack Browning. Woo! He killed it. He destroyed it. And as we've said many times, if Jake Browning was able to come out in the 2017 draft, he was only a true sophomore, he may have been the first quarterback taken, which is just delightful. Anyways, Combine. Of course, we know about John Ross, fastest man in Combine history. Would have won an island if he was wearing Adidas, but whatever. 4.22 seconds. Also, this is underrated. Had an insane 37-inch vert, plus a pretty stout broad jump as well. So just an amazing athlete, fast, explosive. I mean, who cares that he's a pretty one-dimensional route runner and that he's had major surgeries in both knees and can't get off the line of scrimmage and cannot catch and contest a pass to save his life. Other than that, he's amazing. Or was it all the quarterback at Washington? I don't know. But still, the Bengals, being the Bengals, made him the number 9 overall pick. And then Ross promptly only played 3 games his rookie season. It was a combination of, those knee injuries creeping up again, as well as being a healthy scratch because, 2018 did okay, 21 catches, 210 yards, 7 touchdowns. Starting to see he does have a knack for finding that end line. He's really good in that respect. 2019, I mean, the first 2 games of the year, he was amazing. He went 7 for a buck 58 and 2 touchdowns against the Seahawks week 1, back in his old college stadium, Quest or whatever, CenturyLink, the Clink. Yeah, used to be Quest. Then 4, 112, and a touchdown against the Niners. So it was like, here we go. Off to the races. John Ross, year 3, it's going to click. And then not so much. Ended up being going on IR, boomerang, coming back. Only played 8 games due to shoulder surgery. Those 3 touchdowns were all that he put up. So, by the way, so we mentioned John Ross, the kick returner, and he was amazing out of college. 24.1 yards per return. Took 4 touchdowns to the house in his 3 years playing there in Washington. And the Bengals have used John Ross on exactly 0 kick returns. 0. None. D'Angelo Russell. Goose egg. It's amazing. It is really just astonishing. Where the Bengals are trying to turn him into a full route tree receiver. Respect. Ain't gonna work. The kid runs 9s and he returns kicks. Why try and squeeze him and just like force him into this box instead of catering to what he does well? And I think the Bengals, whatever, they're going to be done with it. Like they have Boyd, they have Higgins, they have Auden Tate in the building, as well as they have the corpse of A.J. Green on the franchise tag for some reason. So I think that John Ross is going to be gone. I wouldn't be shocked if they pulled a Treadwell, cut him after training camp, after declining his 5th-year option, and just sort of let him hit the market. Even though he does have a 5.46 dead cap hit, which they get 0 cap relief from. So he certainly has upside, and he will get a chance. probably a second or third chance somewhere in the league. I mean, he is faster than Tyreek Hill. Like, he's not the receiver that Tyreek Hill is, but he's certainly faster. Is a true blue deep threat. I mean, something the Vikings, currently could use more of. I mean, what was the last, real deep threat on the Vikings? Like, Diggs was legit. Thielen can do it a little bit, but I don't know. Aldrick Robinson? Sure. Why not? And also, his kick return prowess in the NFL is still unexplored, even though he certainly has those traits. Now, you could certainly wait and see if they do cut him and then try and scoop him up off of waivers, but then you do have to compete with everyone else, and I think everyone else in the league will surely take a little gamble on John Ross. Or do you trade for him now, give him a full camp or whatever camp is going to be this year, and then see what he can do in the final year of his rookie deal? I don't think it would be too expensive because I think the writing on the wall is that the Bengals are sort of over it, and trade compensation, 7th round pick, conditional 7th rounder if he plays X number of games. I mean, that's probably all that they get, and they'd probably be happy for it. I mean, that's what the Dolphins got from the Falcons for a fellow 2017 first round bust Charles Harris coming out of Mizzou. Not great. Yeah. But John Ross does have a base salary of $2.799 million. So, it is a little bit more than you would pay him, scoop him up off the open market. But is the juice worth the squeeze here? I mean, a conditional 7th rounder or just a 7th round pick to gamble on an injury prone bust, but with world-class speed and kick return upside. I may do it. I may roll those bones because we know even though Spielman will turn that 7th rounder to 19 7th rounders, who cares? I mean, Spielman right now should be calling up on Zoom. Hey, Jake Browning, tell me all about this John Ross kid. What kind of a teammate is he? How is he in practice? Do people go to his birthday party? Is it more than just injuries with him, or is it attitude or work ethic or anything like that? I want to know all those questions because if it comes back pretty good, and you were frankly pretty high on him during the draft process, I would take a shot. I think I certainly would take a shot on John Ross. Yeah, but maybe we can dream. All right, John Ross, your thoughts. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Post on the Venmo. Please give us a follow on social media as well. But until next time, Skol, production value.